During the biggest Lithuanian's presidency of the European Union Council event, Information and Communication Technologies, ICT 2013, Create, Connect, Grow, gathered more than 5,000 researchers, innovators, entrepreneurs, industry representatives, young people and politicians in one place for 3 days. More than 200 exhibits covered a diverse set of research results and products, ranging from cars and advanced robots to very small components, software, new business or new services.
The ICT budget is going to be 12 billion over the next 7 years, and in addition to that money, which is the ICT research budget, we have another billion to spend on connecting Europe, on broadband and digital services, and in addition to that, the structural funds are open for use by national governments to further develop digital skills at home.
ICT2013 slogan stresses the need of connecting researchers, innovators, entrepreneurs, industry representatives, fundators, business angels, corporate investors, lectures and creating networks. 160 networking sessions, more than 3,000 meetings face-to-face, a 3-day marathon of unstoppable talks, thousands of handshakes, drank cups of coffee and smiles. These numbers impress even more, knowing that 10 years ago, ICT had only a few desks for networking.
This here is about a people business. There's very little talking about technology here. People talk really about how can I implement, what do you think, what other ideas should I consider? Is this something for other markets or is this something just for the one I'm interested in?
One of the opening plenary session speakers, the founder and chairman of GetJar, Ilya Lauers, stressed that USA still leads the ICT sector ahead of the EU.
And I will go forward. And when you think of that, I think that next 20 to 50 years, I will see digital being actually half of our economy. Again, personally, when I'm measuring how much money I personally spent on digital versus physical, I realize it's already close. So all the value is being created in that digital space because the buildings are not going to double, right? There's only so much space and so much physical goods or physical things that we need, but digital is endless and limited. Now the big question is who's participating in creating that value, who's capturing that value? European market is very similar to American in size, in all our economy aspects. If you take specifically IPO of last 20 years, 54% of the global world's IPO market was United States alone. Europe was at 17%.
The European Commission's representatives agree that the European Union has to struggle for ICT sector growth.
Probably the tax regime isn't right. Some of our educational messages are not right yet, so we have to work on that. One of the things I would like to see them do is agree that they want to make tax lighter for entrepreneurs.
But we more have a problem of growing these companies. In Europe there's still a lot of national markets. For instance, an SME in Lithuania, I'm not sure what the next market is. The next market is most likely not Germany they will go to. They might go straight to the US, for instance, to get to bigger markets. So I think we're losing a lot of business in the growth of the SMEs. And this is something where we as a Commission can do something. We can help these companies easier to identify markets in Europe, which is just next door and not so difficult. And that language is not necessarily a barrier, it could be a help as well at the same time.
Organisers admit that the next ICT networking sessions should enlarge in all ways, from square meters needed for these sessions to dragging participants from all over the world in order to build quality partnerships and enforce the growth of the ICT sector.